I'm Brenda Stokes. How's it going? I'm back again for another Motivation Monday. On Mondays, I like to talk about different things that might inspire and motivate you. And one question that I've gotten lately, now that I've launched the Versatile Musician membership, is like, what does it mean to be a versatile musician? And I've written a definition. I'll read it for you. A versatile musician is someone who has a broad range of marketable skills that help them to remain active in their career. Often a versatile musician has one specialty and one or many subspecialties, and these specialties work together to create more opportunities to work as a musician. So let's unpack this a little bit. Being a versatile musician means that I hate the saying jack of all trades, master of none. I like to think of it as jack of all trades, master of some. And so what this can mean, like what this means for me, for example, is that I am a trained jazz pianist, but I also have a classical background. So my versatility as a pianist means that not only can I play in a jazz band setting or do things where I play by ear, but I'm also versatile enough to be able to read really well, and to be able to use that in a variety of different ways. And so that's what I mean by versatile. So let me give you a few more examples. Here's one. This is like a classical pianist, classically trained pianist with training in jazz and improvisation, who can not only do the classical things and teach the classical things that they know as a high-level classical pianist, but they're also able to play cocktail hour at a restaurant, cocktail hour at a wedding, to be able to sit in with a jazz band. Maybe they can improvise enough to play dance classes, or provide some kind of ambient music for something. And they also have the skills to be able to support if they have a classical student who comes in and says, I'm going to be in the jazz band, what do I play? This is what versatile means. Let me give you another example. A music theater singer. So if you're a music theater singer, this is a possible versatile situation for yourself or scenario. So a music theater singer has enough piano skills that they can accompany themselves. So this means that they could play, a sing-along gig of some kind, or they could play at a restaurant, or again, play at a wedding. They can accompany themselves enough that they could host a sing-along, right? I used to do that at a retirement home where you would go in every week, and it was a really cool project where we would go in every week and have a sing-along and be able to play enough piano to cover that. But it also means that same music theater singer could then take students and teach them or coach them, and you have enough piano skills to be able to accompany your students doing voice lessons or singing their songs. And you could also use these same piano skills as a music theater singer to be able to rehearse the cast in a local theater production or direct a children's chorus. I mean, these are all the skills that you could do. I have one more example for you. And this is for my singer-songwriter friends out there. So again, a lot of times when we think of being a singer-songwriter, it's like, oh, that's pretty niche-y. It's a pretty specific thing. You don't really need to be versatile for that. Except being a singer-songwriter is one thing, but it's also very important that a singer-songwriter have solid piano skills if they're not also doing guitar. But as Taylor Swift will tell you, the piano stuff also comes in really handy for songwriting. So let's say you develop those piano skills, and let's say that you also develop your rhythm skills and your general sense of pitch and notation so that you can form a cover band and play at all kinds of events, because again, all this stuff is starting to come back into play again. There's now that the things are calming down in certain parts of the world with the pandemic, that there are venues open, people are doing weddings and private parties, and so you could be somebody who can do something like that. So you can also, as a singer-songwriter, you could teach songwriting or beginner piano at a local music school. You could create an in-school program for songwriting. So all of these are examples of being a versatile musician. And you don't have to be a professional musician. You don't have to be somebody who is in an academic environment where you're working on, studying or doing a master's degree or an undergraduate degree in music, in order to be able to use this, right? And because you don't have to be a high-level professional musician to be thinking about versatility. And from my point of view, being versatile means that you have your foundation material covered. So you have piano skills, you have strong pitch skills, and in my world, that's what solfege is for. You have strong rhythm skills. You have enough theory to support what you're doing. And not the textbook theory, not modal counterpoint theory, but the theory that you understand enough about chord progressions that you're able to do some transposing and you're able to read from a lead sheet or from a chord chart of some kind, and you're able to make music. And being a versatile musician, if you are a professional musician or it's part of your vocation, is, I think, a life and death situation at this point. It is almost impossible for the people that I know, except for the absolute most elite players, to function just in one position in your musical life. So being just a singer-songwriter and making a full living, being able to do that or being able to fill your calendar with that, unless you're like Taylor Swift or someone, almost everybody has other things going on. They're teaching workshops there. So from that point of view, it's almost a life or death situation. It's a survival. It's a being able to thrive and being able to make a living. That's something that is extremely important now, to be able to expand that skill set so that you can continue to make a living. But also from an artistic point of view, that narrowness isn't necessarily the best way to go. And I'll tell you, when I first started getting really serious about my music, I was very, very into jazz to the exclusion of pretty much everything else. And what I found as time went on is digging deeper into classical music really enriched my jazz playing. Going back and doing some pretty substantial ear training, as I did in my early 20s, where I went and studied solfege privately with someone in Toronto, Art Levine, completely changed my ear, and again, really deepened my understanding and my capacity in music. And then going on the cruise ship, as I did again in my early 20s, and then playing a lot of pop music was another thing that really expanded my sensibility. So versatility isn't selling out. What versatility is expanding your knowledge and capacity and your skill set and your ears and your rhythms, all those foundational things about music, expanding to them to the point that it not only helps you to just know more and be better at music, but it also helps you to develop the skills that you need to really excel at your genre of choice. So that's today's talk on Motivation Monday. It's that versatility. And I would leave you with the question, what could you do to be more versatile, or how could you be more versatile? What could be some things that you could add to your life or your offering or your skill set that would enhance what you're already doing? I started the Versatile Musician, which is a membership, an online course membership, for this very reason, was to help other people expand their skills to really enhance all of the stuff they're already doing, to enhance their existing musical life, but also to expand their musical life so that they can just be more broad and have more skills and feel more confident and just deepen their relationship with music. I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment below and let me know how you would like to expand your skill set, and let's have a conversation about it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.